let me share my final thoughts with you from the interview with Robert Drysdale. So, did you think about your main takeaway from the interview? My takeaway is that people have different perceptions about the meaning of the word success. Now, what does success mean to you, though? Does it mean to make tons of money regardless if you love or hate what you do for a living? You need to define success for yourself so you know exactly what kind of success you're striving for. I was reading an article on the businessinsider.com called How Incredibly Successful People Define Success. And I'm going to share with you my two favorite definitions that I literally apply in my life daily, and hopefully you can reflect and possibly utilize in your life as well. Here's the first one. Zappos CEO Tony Hsieh said, "Success is living in congruence with your values." Exactly what Robert and I were talking about it on an interview earlier. Now, let me tell you this. If you have an entrepreneurial DNA, there is a good chance that since you're young, you never like people telling you what to do or telling you what you can or cannot do. So most likely, this is one of the reasons why you became an entrepreneur. And personally, I realized young that I didn't want people telling me what to do or telling me what I can or cannot do. I loved my freedom, and I made a decision. Freedom of choice became my number one value, and I do everything possible to live in congruence with it daily. For those who don't know, I'm the co-founder of the nonprofit organization Live Jiu-Jitsu. And Live Jiu-Jitsu supports social projects in Brazil and in the United States who offer free jiu-jitsu classes to children and young adults in impoverished communities. And one of the projects, it's called Projeto Gaditas in the south of Brazil. And it was created by a 35-year-old Eduardo Oliveira. From 10 to 24 years old, Eduardo, who grew up in a poor and violent community in Porto Alegre, got involved in all kinds of troubles, issue with the laws, drug addiction, drug dealing, until he found jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu made such an impact in his life that he decided in 2011 to start a social project to teach jiu-jitsu to kids around the same age that he started to get in trouble, with the mission of literally saving lives and building better citizens. He decided that his number one value is to help people. His whole life is dedicated to the cause of taking people to a higher level personally, and eventually, down the road, it will reflect in their professional lives as well. Long and amazing story short, Projeto Gaditas offers free jiu-jitsu classes to over 100 kids in 2 locations. And in the HQ, 18 kids live at the project, where they build a room with 8 bunk beds. And currently, he's building a study room, and Live Jiu-Jitsu is doing what we can to support their growth. He lives with his wife, which is his biggest supporter, their kids, 16 adopted kids, some officially adopted, and very little money. Do you think that he considers himself successful? Absolutely. Are you kidding me? This dude is a rock star. He lives 100% in congruence with his number one value of helping people. And I can see the passion when he speaks. From all the jiu-jitsu projects that I've helped or seen in jiu-jitsu, this is by far the most amazing project that I've seen. These people are incredible. And I'll put up some links at the description of the episode at the BJJMentalCoachPodcast.com. Also, I mentioned to you that I was going to share with you 2 definitions of success from the article How Incredibly Successful People Define Success. And my second favorite definition was from the legendary basketball coach John Wooden. He said, "Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction knowing you did your best to become the best you're capable of becoming." John Wooden's quote is in alignment with my jiu-jitsu competition motto that I've been using for years, which is, "Perform to the best of your abilities with the tools and knowledge you have right now. Sometimes your best is enough to win. Sometimes it's not, but at least you be at peace that you did the best you could with what you knew at that moment." Over time, I started to adapt this to my personal and professional life, especially when in 2013, I made a decision to pursue my journey of becoming the best version of myself and becoming even more authentic to my desires. How do I know I'm successful? Because I live 100% in congruence with my value of freedom of choice. I don't have to be anywhere that I don't want to, and I can live anywhere in the world and still operate my 2 businesses that took me 2 decades to build. I'm not telling you this to impress you, but to press upon you that when you choose to be yourself, happy, living in congruence with your values, doing things that you're passionate about with hard work, sacrifice, and perseverance, you will achieve the success you desire. I don't know where you're at in your life right now. I hope you're in a chapter of your life that you're happy and things are prospering. Now, if you're not happy, you should be asking yourself today, why? Why you're not happy? I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and please pay attention to the 3 words that I'm going to emphasize, okay? Number 1, do you feel that you're doing things in your life to have the results you want so then you can be happy? Or you're being your authentic self, doing what you want so you can have the success you desire? The same 3 words can be used and interpreted in different ways, and it's up to you to decide how you want to use it in your life. You can choose do, have, be, which is, do you feel that you are doing things in your life to have the results you want so you can be happy? Be careful not to end up chasing happiness and end up never finding. Or you can choose be, do, have, to be your authentic self, being authentic to your desires, and doing what you want so you can have the success you desire. That's, my friend, is the process of a successful journey. And keep one thing in mind, though, success must be earned, so earn yours. And as Tony Robbins said, it's in your moments of decisions that your destiny is shaped. So make your decision now to pursue your happiness, to live in congruence with your values, and commit to your journey of becoming the best and most authentic version of yourself so you can achieve the success you desire.
We're glad you were able to join us for this episode of the BJJ Mental Coach Podcast, but the lesson doesn't end here. Watch the videos and download the audio of the 10 mental mistakes BJJ competitors make and how to avoid them for free when you subscribe to the BJJMentalCoach.com. Don't miss the chance to find out what might be holding you back from being your best self on and off the mat. That's the BJJMentalCoach.com.